When a business manages many projects, it is critical to keep track of its project portfolio. This assists the organization in categorizing initiatives and ensuring that they are aligned with the organization's goals. The project portfolio is a word that refers to an organization's collection of projects as well as the process of selecting and managing them. The project portfolio is carefully chosen to help the company achieve its objectives. So, let's talk about the project portfolio today. Hello everyone. This is George from Invensis Learning. Welcome to our YouTube channel. Click on the bell icon to get regular updates. Let us now look into the agenda. First, we shall discuss what is project portfolio? Soon after that, we shall talk about what is project portfolio management? Then we shall see the difference between project portfolio management and project management. Later we shall talk about few project portfolio management, PPM, key terms. Then we shall look into the reason for why project portfolio management is important. Next, we shall discuss project portfolio management process, and end the discussion by talking project portfolio tools and techniques. Sounds interesting, right? Now, we shall begin the session by knowing what is a project portfolio? A project portfolio is a collection of projects, programs, and procedures that are managed and optimized together for an organization's financial and strategic goals. At the functional or organizational level, a portfolio can be managed. Unlike a project with a clear end objective or deliverable, a portfolio is a more strategic commitment to continuously optimize resource allocation, prioritizing, and scheduling across multiple initiatives. Companies will generally have considerably more project opportunities than financing can support. Therefore, the selection process must select a subset of projects that will optimize the company's profit goals while staying within budgetary constraints. At the same time, executives want to keep an eye on the portfolio's total risk while ensuring that cash flow and other essentials are not jeopardized. Projects are categorized into programs according to their significance and similarity. Those programs and associated projects should be included in a portfolio strategy developed by the Project Management Office, PMO, to accomplish overall company objectives. A project portfolio does more than just connect projects with corporate strategy, it also allows an organization's project management style, including all project policies and processes, to be aligned with its objectives. Now that you guys are aware of the term project portfolio, let us understand. What is project portfolio management? The study and optimization of costs, resources, technology, and processes for all projects and programs within a portfolio are known as project portfolio management, PPM. Portfolio managers or a project management office are usually in charge of project portfolio management, PMO. In simple terms, the centralized management of one or more project portfolios to fulfill strategic objectives is called project portfolio management. It's a method of bridging the gap between strategy and execution, ensuring that an organization's project selection and execution are successful. Here are a few examples of PPM's applications. A project is a short-term activity with a set start and end date, scope, and resources. To plan, resource, and manage work, organizations frequently employ a portfolio, which is a collection of projects. The centralized management of one or more project portfolios to meet strategic objectives is what project portfolio management entails. Budgets, resources, and deliverables are frequently linked amongst projects. Therefore, project portfolio management considers all projects across all divisions rather than managing individual projects. PPM guarantees that all approved and continuing projects are managed to achieve agreed upon goals and provide outcomes. It's all about completing the appropriate projects at the right time in a consistent manner. The core of PPM is strategy, which is a plan for the organization's future. The plan lays forth the objectives and measures that will be followed to achieve the new intended condition. To achieve these objectives, you'll need to manage your resources, respond quickly to opportunities, and improve performance. Organizations can forecast project results and control risks by answering these questions. A portfolio, unlike a project, does not have a beginning or end point. Instead, completed projects are replaced with new ones. An organization can have a single overall portfolio or multiple portfolios for different business sectors such as IT or marketing. PPM improves insight into progress and brings historical performance data to the surface. This data enables senior management to make informed decisions. PPM's main purpose is to ensure that all of the portfolio's outcomes contribute to the organization's strategic goals and business objectives. The portfolio manager, often known as the PMO, accomplishes this by conducting business analysis, evaluating budgets, and forecasting while limiting risk and managing stakeholder expectations. After understanding project portfolio management, we shall discuss project portfolio management versus project management. Although both are similar sounding names, project and portfolio management require some general skills. To understand the differences between project portfolio and project management, we must first define each and investigate the areas where they differ. Simply said, project management is the management of a project. A project is a short-term undertaking that produces a product or service. It has a start and a finish. The project's objectives are specified, and tasks are organized into a timeline. Budgets and costs are established, resources are allotted, and stakeholders are informed. As you may know, project management applies information, skills, tools, and strategies to project activities to fulfill project objectives. Its significance cannot be overstated. Project portfolio management, on the other hand, is a higher-level method that orchestrates, prioritizes, and analyzes the potential value of a portfolio's various projects and programs in order to manage them all at the same time while maximizing resource management. The portfolio management process aims to manage and use the life cycle of investments, initiatives, programs, projects, and outcomes in order best to achieve an organization's overall goals and objectives. In simple words, it is the link between project management and enterprise management, which is responsible for the organization's overarching vision, mission, and strategic planning. Project portfolio management starts with selecting project ideas, then an assessment of their feasibility and contribution to strategic business goals, as well as a review of the entire project landscape. As a result, one significant variation is the number of projects involved. Project portfolio management is a method that project managers and project management offices, PMOs, use to assess a project's financial potential. It enables businesses and executives to see the larger picture. PPM is not primarily concerned with project management, rather, it is concerned with determining which projects to participate in and how to fund them, based on whether or not they support the company's goals and objectives. Projects that do not fit within the company's goals are eliminated from consideration. Suppose you were in charge of a technology company's portfolio. In that case, you'd probably turn down a proposed construction project because it doesn't fit the company's stated goal of focusing on a specific type of technological project. Project management, as a result, is a subset of project portfolio management. It leads to the ultimate goal of achieving the organization's strategic goals. Project management is concerned with the real progress from inception to conclusion. Therefore, project and portfolio management are incalculably valuable to an organization when used together. Now that you have understood the differences between project and project portfolio management, let us discuss some of the project portfolio management key terms. Project portfolio management, PPM, is a method used by project managers and project management organizations, PMOs, to assess the possibility of a project's success. Project portfolio managers provide forecasting and business analysis for companies intending to invest in new projects by organizing and combining all data related to proposed and current projects. As a result, organizations and managers can see the full picture using project portfolio management. First we have portfolio. A portfolio is a collection of programs, projects, and other pieces of work that are all aligned with strategic goals and objectives. Next, portfolio management. Portfolio management is the process of overseeing a project portfolio to ensure that it is aligned with an organization's broader strategic goals and objectives. Then, portfolio balancing. Once the components have been prioritized, they can be organized into a component mix that will help achieve strategic objectives. Next we have executives. Know who to contact in terms of project managers. The next is program management. Managing a portfolio of projects with the same goal as portfolio management, but with the exception that the projects in the portfolio are all connected or comparable. Coming to the next one, we have benefit. A benefit is an outcome of an initiative that is considered to be useful. Next, project managers. Access to team members is easy for project managers. Then, team members. Better connection with the leadership and other teams. Next, we have stakeholders. Kept informed with continuous and credible comments. Then, project management. From start to completion, project management entails planning, executing, monitoring, and reporting on a single project, as well as controlling scope, expenses, and schedule. Coming to the next, we have business case, an essential document prepared early in the project's life cycle that explains the project's execution based on numerous key elements such as estimated costs, probable risks, and expected rewards. Next in our list, we have PMO. The Project Management Office, PMO, is a group entrusted with maintaining project management standards within that organization, and it frequently oversees portfolio and program management. The next term is Benefits Realization Management, the practice of properly managing change initiatives and projects to achieve desired outcomes. Next we have Change Control Management, CCM. It is a process for detecting and responding to change in a project or portfolio. Next, Category, a description for grouping possible and validated portfolio components to aid in decision-making. Components are typically tied to a shared set of strategic goals. Then, Portfolio Reporting, creating charts, graphs, and other reporting documentation to communicate portfolio metrics and progress. Next, Key Performance Indicators, KPIs, are a set of metrics that can be used to measure and report on the performance of a portfolio or one of its components. Risk Management, it is the process of identifying and resolving risk both before and after it occurs. The next key term is Deliverables. It is a physical item or measurable outputs that are identified as part of the project's product or objectives. Next we have Resource Management. The process of distributing resources throughout the portfolio's life cycle is known as resource management. Pipeline Management, making estimates and decisions about which projects to fund that are in line with an organization's strategy. Value Proposition, a one-page document that details the benefits of a possible project, sometimes known as a simplified business case. It is frequently utilized at the project's very early screening stage. Next, Financial Management, recognizing the particular risks associated with each project and applying this information to portfolio-wide decisions. Capacity refers to all of an organization's resources for portfolio management, including human resources, financial assets, and physical assets. Then, Selection, the process of selecting components for inclusion in the portfolio based on their evaluation scores. Next, Scoring Model. A scoring model is a method of calculating and rating components using weighted criteria and key indicators. Lastly, Steering Committee, a group of stakeholders charged with giving strategic direction for the portfolio and then monitoring it throughout the year. All of these considerations, as well as others, demonstrate the importance of project portfolio management. After getting to know a few of the basic project portfolio terms, let us see. Why is project portfolio management important? Once the strategy has been decided upon, organizations use projects to deliver on essential requirements and milestones. Choosing the right project is critical to long-term success. Every accepted initiative must contribute to larger goals and give value. Project portfolio management can help organizations answer questions like: Are we making wise project decisions? Is it accurate to say that we're working on the right projects? What should our teams concentrate on instead? What are the current project statuses? What can we do to improve our resource management? Is it feasible to work on multiple projects at once? Is there anything similar in the projects that the teams are working on? Will our projects be able to meet critical strategic goals? Portfolio management is a technique to bridge the gap between strategy and implementation, according to the Project Management Institute. The portfolio manager's role is to make sure that the right projects are completed at the right time in order to optimize the company's investment. This is especially critical in a company with a lot of internal projects. Project ideas can emerge from anywhere, at any moment, and it's not uncommon for a company to have a big list of future projects to work on. However, there is rarely enough time, money, or resources to complete them all at once. Therefore, portfolio management must determine which projects will have the greatest positive influence on the business and prioritize them appropriately. By describing how the business controls project ranking, resource distribution, planning, development, and other critical parts, the correct project portfolio management strategy keeps projects aligned with strategic corporate goals in a well-organized, efficient manner. Project portfolio management aims to eliminate inefficiencies when working on a project and potential dangers that can arise due to a lack of information or systems. It assists the organization in aligning its project activities to satisfy the project's requirements while maximizing resource utilization. As a result, every one of the organization's project managers must be aware of organizational project portfolio management in order to contribute to the organization's goals when executing their projects. Project portfolio management ensures that projects have a set of goals that, when met, produce the desired outcomes. Furthermore, PPM can be utilized to bring about changes in the organization, resulting in a more flexible structure in terms of project execution. In this way, the organization will not be threatened by the change. Effective project portfolio management provides the following advantages: greater flexibility in the face of change, integrates project management with governance and oversight. A higher return is achieved by constant assessment and thorough monitoring. It ensures that the company's goals and projects are in sync. The management's viewpoint on project portfolio management is viewed as an effort toward a higher return. As a result, this will not be regarded a work-related element. It is easier to identify dependencies. As a result, some inefficiencies will be avoided. Enables the project management office or portfolio manager to reject projects that aren't in line with the company's goals. Competitive edge over other businesses, competitive advantage. Removes personal bias from project planning, ensuring that no pet projects are created. Rather than focusing on the project itself, it allows you to concentrate on the tactics that will help you reach your goals. Makes it easier to make decisions in the face of project conflicts. IT's responsibilities are concentrated in one business area rather than dispersed across numerous. Both IT and business projects contribute to achieving the organization's goals. It underlines the significance of taking a long-term, big-picture approach. Now we shall look into the project portfolio management process. With a $3.2 billion market for project portfolio management solutions expected in 2021, it's apparent that many agile teams are embracing PPM in their enterprises. However, these 5 steps are essential for successful centralized management, regardless of which PPM platform you use. Define business objectives. You'll need to know your company's business objectives and strategic goals before you can start thinking about portfolio management. The idea is that your project portfolio will connect with your company's strategic planning, so you'll need to see if its financial goals and consumer value are appropriate for your company. As a project portfolio manager, you'll need to work with stakeholders to agree on the project portfolio's strategic goals and set up valuation criteria for project selection. Identifying organizational goals and clearly defining a business plan to accomplish those goals should be the first step toward effective PPM. Companies will be able to build an action plan as a result of this. Each project in a portfolio should align with the company's strategic goals. When companies define their corporate strategies but lose sight of individual initiatives, they fall into a typical trap. To avoid this, businesses should take the time to define their business strategy and assess where their initiatives stand regarding their goals. Teams must be on the same page in order to choose initiatives that will benefit your company. One of the most common methods for achieving this is to build a strategy map that describes the business objectives and how team members should prioritize them. This entails compiling a list of all current projects and resources, evaluating current projects in the pipeline for redundancies, stalled projects, and other cost-cutting opportunities, and identifying skilled employees and their current and future availability to determine who is available to work on high-value projects. Establish a project prioritizing methodology after that. Next, decide what actions you'll take to see if a project is a good fit for your objectives. Some businesses, for example, may utilize a scoring model in which they assign numerical scores to projects in important categories until they reach the highest averages. Others may simply analyze the costs and benefits of each project in light of the company's overall goals. Gather information and research potential initiatives. Make a list of prospective project ideas and do some research on them. For example, ideas from coworkers, client feedback, or specific regulatory requirements could all be sources of inspiration. Then put some high-level information on those concepts together, such as probable resource requirements. Take inventory of your current projects, as well as projects you've been considering, to begin optimizing your project portfolio. Keep track of project statuses, categories, and other details that will help you determine how relevant each project is to your business objectives. You may also estimate how much time and money each project will take to complete. This estimate can also assist you in determining costs and feasibility, allowing you to manage resources properly. Ideas for projects can come from everywhere and at any moment. So it's critical to have a systematic intake procedure to gather these ideas and track and assess them. This might be as simple as a portfolio manager's spreadsheet, or it could be an online database that anybody in the firm can access. Examine your portfolio of projects. After you finish generating your list, you may start evaluating projects using your project prioritizing process. Don't forget to think about practicality while evaluating if each project is useful to your company. It's a no-go for your team if a project isn't doable. You should have a list of projects that are aligned with your goals and deliver the most value to your company by the end of your evaluation. Your portfolio should ideally comprise a mix of tasks that help you achieve both short and long-term goals. This way, you'll be able to secure the returns you need to maintain your present growth rate while also making room for future innovation that will lead to exponential development. The portfolio of initiatives must then be validated against their feasibility and available resources. Expand on the high-level data already gathered to paint a more realistic picture of the resources required to execute a project and any potential roadblocks. You can invest resources and proceed forward if the project still appears realistic. It's time to conduct a feasibility analysis that considers the projects that are the best fit for your portfolio. It's critical to validate the portfolio as a whole after a decision has been made on which projects to pursue. This may entail ensuring that the project mix chosen is not excessively large, dangerous, expensive, or interconnected. The portfolio should be well balanced and linked with the company's objectives. This is an issue if 3 of your projects forecast testing in January and you only have 1 test lab. Also, if 2 projects are interconnected, and a delay in one will cause a delay in the other, you might want to contemplate starting them both at the same time. Project managers can be assigned, and projects can begin once the portfolio has been validated. Allocate resources that are available. Begin resource allocation as soon as you've narrowed down the number of projects you wish to take on. Then, distribute your budget, team members, and other resources among your top priorities. You'll also need to make a timeline for your project portfolio, which includes the deadlines for each project. You may also add major milestones to your timelines to make them more descriptive. Risk management is also an important aspect of this process. If you find that you don't have enough resources to execute all of the projects you've chosen, rethink your priorities until you've built a portfolio that doesn't overwork your team. Tracking your projects throughout their life cycles is important for project portfolio management. As you begin to execute the projects you selected, keep a tight check on your performance, including your ROI, project failure rate, and other KPIs. If your project portfolio isn't performing as well as you'd like, you may alter your resource allocation in real time rather than waiting until it's too late. Tracking key metrics can also aid in the continuous improvement of your PPM process. If your project prioritization methods, for example, aren't assisting you in meeting your financial objectives, consider brainstorming more effective approaches to analyze each of your projects. Manage and monitor the portfolio. You and your team will need to manage projects once they start, keeping an eye on performance and recalibrating as needed. This could entail things like rescoping, reallocating resources, and examining the portfolio as a whole regularly. Working alongside project and program managers, you'll now need to coordinate the execution of all of the projects and programs in your portfolio simultaneously. Over time, projects alter and evolve, and new ideas may be added to the list of possible projects. This is why it's critical to keep track of both the portfolio execution and the intake process at all times. The following are some examples of portfolio management and monitoring. Working with project managers to keep track of project progress. Identifying and resolving inter-project disputes. Making portfolio modifications as needed, such as putting projects on hold, terminating projects, and adding new projects. Assuring that projects are still aligned with the company's goals. Now let us move into our next topic, that is, project portfolio tools and techniques. A robust PPM tool with an intuitive user interface offers a quick way to evaluate these questions and more. Not only does the correct PPM solution provide you with visibility into every detail of your portfolio as a whole, but it also supports and enhances the people and processes involved. It achieves this by integrating project selection with your organization's budgeting processes, ensuring that initiatives align with priorities, support fiscal budgets, and are feasible with the personnel available. Project portfolio management can be done with a variety of tools. The following are the key characteristics of those tools: an approach for evaluating projects that is systematic. It is necessary to plan resources. It is necessary to keep costs and benefits on track. A cost-benefit analysis is being carried out. From time to time, you'll receive progress reports. Information is available when and where it is needed. The relevant information will be passed through a communication mechanism. Though there are numerous project portfolio management systems available, the following are the most effective. At the enterprise level, accommodate project portfolio management. Provide user-friendly interfaces and features. Enhance online collaboration and communication capabilities for remote workers. Reporting and analytics that are comprehensive. Techniques used to measure PPM. Various strategies are used to measure or support the PPM process regularly. There are many sorts of procedures that are widely employed, however. A model with heuristics. Technique for calculating points. Techniques that are visual or map-based. The application of such strategies should consider the project and organizational objectives and resource skills, and project management infrastructure. PPM software must have the following attributes and functions. Planning for the future. Opportunity management, capital planning. Creating a project. Management of resources. Reporting and portfolio analysis. Automated workflows and stage gates. These functions data provides you with real-time, objective insights into what's going on across projects. It enables you to make educated decisions by analyzing what-if scenarios such as, what would happen if a specific project were to be cancelled? What impact would a 3-week delay in this project have on resources for a different project? What impact would share a resource between projects have? How will a 10% increase in the budget this year affect the roadmap for next year? Now, we have come to an end. By now you guys would have understood that project portfolio management is a great tool that can assist your agile team in making decisions that are based on the broad picture. Instead of focusing solely on individual projects, the PPM method allows you to eliminate bottlenecks in larger workflows and utilize resources across an entire portfolio. In this manner, you can stay on track to achieve your business objectives. The large picture, of course, isn't everything. You must zoom in on the details now and then to be a well-rounded agile team. You may gain additional perspective on your projects with easy agile programs, allowing you to continue maximizing your organization's growth. To know more about project portfolio management, you can take up project-related courses from us. We at Invensis Learning will provide you with a course with rich domain experience. For more details, check out the description below. Also, if you guys have any doubts, please drop them in the comments section. Thank you.